Hello, and welcome to another episode of 207 Aikido. This time we've got a request for you. Someone made a request on YouTube that we talk about some basic techniques, one of which was Iriminage, and I had been doing a little bit of thinking about this recently. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Iriminage. This technique is not actually in the Tamiki curriculum, but I've also studied Aikikai, and this is very similar to Aigamayate. So the standard technique that we have in the Tamiki curriculum is Aigamayate, which happens out here. I'm making contact with uke with my hand. And Iriminage is much closer. I'm going to end up here when I'm throwing uke, here. But the physics for uke are pretty similar in the final throw. He's going to be sort of tilted over and twisted. Let's show that again. So uke is going to be tilted over this way and twisted. With Aigamayate, it's here. With Iriminage, it's here. The insight I want to talk about tonight is thinking about two sort of cones with Iriminage. So it's where you place the jiku. So the first cone, if you would attack me with a shomanuchi. So Eric comes in, I'm getting out of the way. Now the first cone is going to be this foot here. I'm going to pivot Eric around the foot, so I'm making a cone around that foot. So ideally, we keep it's small down here and big up here. So as Eric comes in, here. And now, once I'm here, the cone is going to be reversed. His head is going to be the small end, and his feet are the big end. So let's go maybe half speed here. So here, small end there, and now I'm sucking his head in towards my shoulder, and now the head is the small end. So we could talk about Iriminage all night, but that's just one insight. But that cone idea does apply in a number of other places. Recently we were thinking about how it applies with kotegaishi kazushi. It often looks like in techniques I'm leaning Eric forwards and then I'm trying to lean him straight backwards again, which is difficult because he's down here and then you've got to force him entirely in the different direction. But if he's on that one foot, now you're not just forcing him forward and backwards, you're twisting him around a foot. So it applies here in Iriminage, there, and I think it can apply just as well in kotegaishi and in a number of other places. So it's something to think about when you're doing techniques that bring uke forwards and backwards.
If you take someone in a cone, they never come back to their power, their location of power where they're centered and strong. So if you have someone off balance, you can keep them off balance and work it all the way around to where they're off balance in the opposite direction without bringing them through a spot where they're stable again.